Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Collector's Vault, where cardboard is king. My name is Mike, and I do want to start off by apologizing. I haven't had a lot of content in the last week or so, and that includes this and with my buddy Corey over on Level with me. Just been a lot going on, and I can't even explain the amount of technical difficulties we've been experiencing, files and videos not uploading, things not recording, just things falling apart. So we're working on that, and we're gonna rectify it. But just want to kind of give a bit of an apology that that's kind of the reason why I've been I just haven't had time to put up a lot of content, or even when I did, things just weren't going right. But I do want to at least start off by showing you guys just a little mail day video. Have a nice little bundle of cards here that I kind of want to show you guys, just things that we've been picking up and investing in. And yeah, I guess with all that said, let's go to the table. Alrighty guys, so we have a nice little stack of cards here. Just wanted to kind of show things I've been picking up over the last week or so. Actually, I also have these two right here. These are some PSA cards. And it's kind of the reason why I want to show these off is just kind of show that these are not PSA 10s or anything, but it kind of goes down to that logic where if you ever do want to buy graded cards for cards that you love, not even cards that you might want to resell in the future. I mean, you definitely can, but I always feel when you buy these cards, always remember that technically you can take a $20 price tag off these things, because that's basically what you're paying to get the card graded, and then there's no question on what the grade is. So as long as the card is a nice high grade for you, or one that, or even if the grade's the grade can be anything. The point is, if you let the cards, it's all that matters. I would say in this situation, the one Pokemon card is a card I just like. This is just a card I felt you know what, I actually wanted to buy it off a friend, and I wanted to show my support to his Instagram, and just whatever. And I think it is a cool card too. And again, minus the $20 price tag, it's yeah, why not? So anyway, let's kind of go into this little bundle stuff I'm picking up. I'll show those last. Right now, apparently, as far as the Yu-Gi-Oh meta, Noble Knights are tier 1, I guess, but people I think are really speculating that this might be just a playable deck. I've always liked Noble Knights, so I thought, nah, these are actually surprisingly cheap, so I'm just pick a few of these up. And if I don't play the deck, these actually might have the potential to spike up if ever there is a resurgence in Noble Knights. But yeah, these all are just ultra rares that came out of the most recent set, Rise of Duelist. I feel right now a lot of those ultra rares are really affordable. I think one of the Dogmaticas is kind of expensive. That's the only one. So these are just really good little cheap ultra rare pickups. This is actually was a throw-in, so I'll put that over here. Here's one. This is a card that I think is incredibly undervalued, and that is Daigusto Phoenix. Now, it might be a bit of a random card, but this is actually a card that I feel has a lot of potential if the right deck were to show itself, and this being the ultra rare dual terminal print was dual terminal 6, which is not one of the more popular ones, but right now DT cards, especially DT ultras, I think are heavily slept on, because all it takes is one deck to come out that makes this card playable again, and this card, they can definitely see a huge spike in price. This card was surprisingly cheap for what it was. Some of the dual terminal ultra rares now can go for well over $100 depending on which one it is. I guess Trishula is a good example, but that's Trishula. This thing's nothing like Trishula. It's not as generic as he is or as powerful as he is. But if the right level 2 wind deck comes out, because again, this thing's effect doesn't just work on itself; it works on any wind monster. So I don't know if there's ever going to be a combo where can Dragunities use this with the new structure deck? I don't know. The point is, I just feel this was a card that I think it's still under $6, but which is just ridiculous again for a dual terminal ultra rare. So that's why I felt these would be a good little card just to pick up and see what happens. Now we got some Pokemon stuff. These, well, actually the one card's not Pokemon. I guess I'll show this next. This is, again, speaking of Trishula, this is not the dual terminal one, but I actually have been really taking a liking for Ultimate Rare Trishulas. This was apparently purchased as near mint condition, and I would definitely agree that the card is in near mint condition. The only blemish I would see is there might be a little bit of a thing in the corner up here. You guys see a little... That's probably the only blemish, which is unfortunate, because that's probably enough to give this thing, if it were to be graded, that'd probably be enough to easily give it a PSA 9. But regardless, I think Ultimate Trishulas have really shot in price over the last couple of years. I think now these things are pushing, well, like 150. I'm not even quite sure. But the point is, I thought this would be a really cool card to pick up, and I just think the card actually does look really nice. I mean, the DT one I think is still superior, but this is still a good card to pick up while before they hit $200 at some point. Which, you know, who knows? Maybe at the time of this recording they already did. I don't know. So now these are all Pokemon. This was actually all part of a little claim sale that I was part of. The only card I was really disappointed in was probably the Tyranitar. So again, I'm a big Tyranitar fan, so I really wanted to just, you know, this is an Expeditions Tyranitar. I just really wanted it. I believe, according to this number, this is the reverse foil of the non-holo version. I think if it was the reverse foil for the holo version, this would be yellow, and the number would be a lot less than this. I think it's like closer to 30 or something. I don't quite remember. But well, actually, wait, do I have one of those with me right now? I don't. Never mind. I thought I had one with me. It's in a box over there. I don't feel like digging it out. But anyway, yeah, I spent initially I spent about $25 on this card because I thought, yeah, that's pretty good for a card in near mint condition, even if it's a reverse for a Tyranitar. Now here's the problem. I'm sure you guys might see something. It's right there. This looks almost like a binder ding. You see that? Yeah, you might be able to see it now. And it's funny because binder dings usually occur like on the side of a card because, like, you know, it's like those binder rings and those 3-ring binders might eventually, like, you know, hit the card and damage it. But that's almost what this resembles. And I did actually bring up a complaint and say this card unfortunately is not like that's. I mean, you can probably make the argument that this could be like that's not enough to make this card not near mint. But there's also like some whitening on the bottom. There's a nick up here. Like there are enough blemishes that made me think like, yeah, like that. These can probably put it at like a near mint, maybe light play, but then this definitely pushes it over the edge to the point where this could be even like considered played. That I mean, like, because the dents are almost like damage, you know. So it's kind of like an iffy area. I mean, regardless, I still wanted it, but I did actually get a bit of a refund on it, which I was happy about because, you know, I didn't really want to return it. I like the card regardless. I just wanted to make sure I was paying the right price for it. But yeah, picked up a nice little Tyranitar. Believe me, I will pick up Tyranitars all day, every day. Speaking of Tyranitar, I just like Larvitar, and I never had one of these before. So this is the reverse rare from the Expedition set, from the same set. And even though this is not like a holo, this is not a rare card. It's just I like the reverse rares of Pokemon that I like because, again, these are actually. It's not like, oh, I'll just buy a couple packs of this. Which again, these packs are like what, like $500 a piece. Just to pull one of these, just to get one of these things, you might as well just buy the singles. And so I've always wanted a shiny Larvitar. So same for something like this. This is actually a reverse rare Typhlosion, and I think this is from ECs 2, right? Yeah. I don't see because this is hollow. I don't know if this is actually the. What's that? 28. I don't know if this is the reverse rare of the hollow version of this card. Like, I'm still not quite sure. But I think I paid like $7 for this, and I think the card's not it's not in mint condition. So I think it was like late play, mod play, and I said I was fine. But again, I still wanted the card. Let's see, what was wrong with this? Actually, the back was pretty clean. Some whitening down the bottom right here. Was there anything else wrong with this? Or was it just the whitening? Yeah, it may have just been like the whitening that was wrong with it. But I felt like for $7, like this is actually a really good deal. Yeah, this could definitely push the card back to like a PSA 6 or 7 potentially, maybe even worse. Man, nah, I think 6 or 7 is probably a good guess on that. But yeah, again, for like $7, like for a reverse rare Expedition set card, and Typhlosion is actually really popular too. So I just thought, again, this for a $7 pickup, why not? This at first might seem to be like a very like unexciting, very non-exciting card. You know, it's just a rare Arbok, Dark Arbok from Team Rocket set, non-holo version. So you might think, oh, well, what'd you pick this card up for? I think I paid like $3 for it. And you might think, well, that's way too much for a non-holo Dark Arbok, especially the one that's not in near mint condition. But this is a WotC this is the WotC stamp version. And I just think these are so, like, I never see, like, these are just so hard to come by. I think I've only had like 2 in my entire life, and like, granted, I'm sure I could have a lot more if I were to actively go out and buy them, but I think sometimes people might charge a little bit too much. So the guy said $3 for this, and I'm like, yeah, sure. $3, I'll gladly take a, you know, like light play, mod play, Dark Arbok with the WotC stamp. I think these are just kind of cool. They're kind of cool to show off, to show people that, yeah, there are these little like special versions of cards with little Wizards of the Coast stamp. So thought it'd be, you know, a little kind of, it'd be fun to pick up. This is actually one of the more exciting cards, and this is a Sabrina's Gengar. I think this is actually the card that I spent the most money on, maybe like $30, if I'm guessing correctly. And the reason why is because the card I definitely think is like a near mint, maybe light play condition, but I think near mint's a fair assessment. But also, you guys see it? You guys see what I see? Oh man, that WotC swirl. It's actually a little bit hard to make out, but it's there. See that? Remember guys, it's all, let's see if I can get a better glimpse of that swirl. Yep, it's all about that WotC Hollow Swirl. And Sabrina's Gengar is obviously just really, Gengar is just a popular Pokemon. Sabrina's Gengar is a really nice one. It's kind of funny because you think like there's a lot of negative space here. Ooh, that was a real nice shine for that swirl. But there's a lot of negative space here. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't like centered on this card. It's kind of strange, but regardless, really cool pickup. This was just like the guy during the claim sale says, "Here, I'll give this to you for $1." It's like a bent, so like damaged like Dark Weezing. But I'm like, you know what? If that's really the only thing that's wrong with it, I'll gladly take a Dark Weezing for $1. Like, why the heck not? See, the thing with Dark Weezing is he's one of the cards that has like the hollow that's impossibly hard to see, and I think, is that a swirl? Oh gosh, I was about to say like, oh, there's a WotC swirl. It makes everything better, but now I can't. Even if there is, I think it's like impossible to see. But now I don't think there's a swirl in there. But yeah, so for $1, sure, why not? And finally, this was a base set 2 Nidoqueen. I think I paid $5 for this. It's actually like in really good shape. And the thing is, people really undervalue base set 2. I think this is definitely a set that you guys need to keep an eye out for. Because if these cards are like literally under $10 a piece for these hollows in near mint condition, why would you not want to pick these up? Even though, yes, these are never going to be as expensive as like this is a jungle set card before it got reprinted as base set 2. They won't be as expensive as the original prints of the cards, but like anything can happen. These cards can still skyrocket in price, and I do think that base set 2 is only just now being recognized for the Seal product, and maybe for like the big dogs like Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur, Seal, but like I really think base set 2 is a really underappreciated set, and if you can get these cards for cheap, it's worth picking up. And finally, I do just want to show you guys some quick little cards. I actually picked up this Tyranitar, because yeah, I love Tyranitar. $35, and although I thought to myself, man, $35 for a card that's not really worth $35, like raw. But the point is, again, it's in the slab. A PSA 8's not the worst grade in the world, and I felt like, yeah. So then technically, take the $20 off, because I actually don't mind getting an 8. So take the $20 off, $15 for one of these. It's guaranteed to be in near mint condition. I'm perfectly okay with that. And I think this was more of a pickup that I just wanted for myself, because I actually, this is not the hyper rare. This is just like the full art ultra rare, whatever. Did I tell you? Yeah, just I think it's full art ultra rare. And man, I just love the way this card shines. So this was more of like a personal pickup. Finally, this was a nice little throw-in. This Dimensional Wall Ultimate Rare was a nice little throw-in from our good friend Casual Yugi Stuff. I picked up this Light End Dragon off him. Just kind of wanted to show my support, because I know he does send a lot of cards out to get graded, and some cards he tries to sell to kind of like break even with his PSA submission grading. And I just like this card. I kind of always had a thing for it. It's kind of like it's just like a random card that doesn't, it's not good, I would say. Like, it's not going to see play anytime soon, but I just think it's a really cool card. Came back as a PSA 8. I think Casual Yugi Stuff was concerned why it got the 8. I think there was like, was there some whitening or something? I think it's definitely like off-centered this way. Like it's too far to the bottom right corner. But again, I just saw like, I don't remember how much I paid for it. But then I told Jamie, like, don't worry about it. Because again, in my mind, take $20 off. I'm actually perfectly okay having one of these cards. Because I just like having Yu-Gi-Oh! PSA graded cards. I don't have enough. I have way more Pokemon than Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just thought this would be a fun little pickup. And who knows, maybe a card like this will go up over time. If it does, I would definitely be happy. So yeah, guys, just kind of wanted to show what we've been picking up recently. Again, just I love it when people online do these little claim sales. You can get really good deals. Then other just like little like penny stock investments that I think are kind of fun. Definitely some things that are more high end. It's all good stuff, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight on like what I've been picking up. Maybe so that way if you guys see similar things, you can pick it up for yourself too. And yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. If you guys haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that little thumbs up button, hit the bell in the corner so that way you are notified of my future videos, and please leave a comment down below. I love talking to you guys. You know, I mean, people have been a lot more active with comments, and I really appreciate it. Because again, I love hearing from you guys. I love having discussions. I'm always here to give advice, or even just to chat. You know, I'm fine with that too. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.